Hello friends, welcome to Mechnotech YouTube channel. Friends, our today's topic is con clutch. But I request you, if you have not seen the plate clutch, first see the video of plate clutch which is shown in a eyeball icon here, right? So let's start with the con clutch. So here you can see the figure of con clutch. Here instead of single plate, the con shape is providing by the plate. This is a driving shaft, and here you can see this is a driving shaft and this is a driven shaft, and torque transmit by the driving shaft to the driven shaft by means of the spring. Okay, now this is a lining material. You can see this is a dark color. It is a lining material, and by using this lining material, friction is provided and torque will be the transmit. Now the outer part of this lining material is R1 and inner part of this lining material is R2. Okay, so we have outer part that is R1 and we have inner part that is R2. Okay, from the center. Now for the analysis, for the calculation, we have to consider a small part. Like here you can see this is a small part, and you can see by using the line here it is shown. Okay, so we have to consider this small part, and the inclined length of this part is delta L. So here I shown by another figure, this part is called the delta L. Okay, so this small part I have enlarged here and it is shown as a delta L. Okay, in a plate clutch we consider only delta R, but in a con clutch we have to consider the delta R L, sorry. Okay, so delta L that we have to consider for the con clutch, and the load is over here on this direction. Okay, alpha is the semi-con angle. 2 alpha, it means here alpha plus alpha, that is 2 alpha is the con angle, and R1 that is the outer radius and R2 is the inner radius of this friction lining material. W is the total axial load. P is the intensity of pressure, and mu is the coefficient of friction of this material. Okay, so here P that is the intensity of pressure. Now let us see in detail. So the consider a small radius, or we can say elemental ring of radius R and thickness of delta R in con. So here delta R is shown in here and delta L is here, and if the pressure is here, then horizontal pressure will be the P sine alpha. Okay, so here in this direction it is P, but if we consider horizontal direction, then it is P sine alpha. Okay, hope you understand. And another thing, in plate clutch we consider delta R, and in this con clutch we consider delta L. So here you can say that sine alpha is equal to delta R upon delta L. Okay, so sine alpha is equal to delta R upon delta L, but we have to find the delta L, so we can write delta L is equal to delta R upon sine alpha. So here finally delta L is equal to delta R cosec alpha. Now wherever you have put the value of delta R in a plate clutch, in a con clutch you have to put the same thing, delta R cosec alpha. Okay, instead of delta R only. So area of this ring, particular area of this ring, okay, is 2 pi R. It means circumference into delta L. So delta L is equal to delta R cosec alpha. Now the normal axial load delta Wn is equal to P into delta A. So delta Wn, that is the normal axial load. Okay, so in the normal direction we can say, so it's P into delta A. So here P into 2 pi R delta R cosec alpha. So it is like, you know, P is from here, this is a normal direction, and if you consider the horizontal direction, then also given here horizontal direction, horizontal load delta W is equal to P sine alpha into 2 pi R delta R upon cosec alpha. It is converted into 1 upon sine alpha. So sine alpha gone, and finally P into 2 pi r delta r. So this is for the horizontal load and this is for the normal axial load. Okay, so hope you understand, this both is different. Normal axial load, it means from this side, and horizontal load is from this side. Okay, now as we know, the frictional resistance is equal to Fr is equal to mu into delta Wn. Okay, so it is in the normal load, we can say axial load. So mu into P 2 pi r delta r cosec alpha. So P 2 pi r delta r cosec alpha. So here if we arrange in a particular manner, so we can speak it easily. So 2 pi mu P cosec alpha r delta r. Okay, now after find out the frictional resistance, we have to know that frictional torque. So Tr is equal to Fr into R. So this R is converted into R square. So here same, but here torque is equal to Fr into R. So 2 pi mu P cosec alpha R square delta R. So we have seen the torque for the con clutch, but it is for the this small portion only. Now we have two theory, like uniform pressure theory and another one is uniform wear theory. So let's start with the uniform pressure theory. So uniform pressure, it means the pressure is distributed over the entire contacting surface area is constant. So P is equal to constant, and we know that P is equal to W upon pi R1 square minus R2 square. That means the W upon area. So this is the area. Okay, pi R1 square minus R2 square. Now integrate both side here. This equation that we have find out, we have to integrate it in a both side. So here 0 to t, this is a limit, and R2 to R1, smaller to largest one, 2 pi mu P cosec alpha R square delta R. Now this all the things is constant. So 2 pi mu P cosec alpha into integration R2 to R1 R square delta R. So here if you know the integration, R square converted into R cube by 3. Okay, and this is a limit R2 R1. Now instead of this R, put the value of R1. So R1 cube minus R2 cube. Okay, so into cosec alpha. So another is same over here, but P is equal to, we know the P is equal to W upon pi R1 square minus R2 square. So we have final equation for the torque transmit is 2 by 3. Okay, and pi will be the cancel, and mu W R1 cube minus R2 cube upon R1 square minus R2 square into cosec alpha. So we have a final equation. You can remember this equation. It will help to solve the problem of con clutch and plate clutch. So torque, amount of torque transmitted by the con clutch by using uniform pressure theory is 2 by 3 mu W R1 cube minus R2 cube upon R1 square minus R2 square into cosec alpha. Okay, now next theory is by uniform wear theory. So it means we have to assume that wear take place is uniform all over the entire contacting surface. So for that we have to consider P into R. It means pressure into the radius is equal to constant. Okay, so here C is for the constant. So P is equal to C by R. Okay, now put this value of P into this axial load. Okay, delta W that we have seen. Okay, delta W is the horizontal axial load. So P into 2 pi R delta R, and instead of P we can put C upon R 2 pi R delta R. So RR will be the cancel, and delta W is equal to 2 pi C delta R. Okay, hope you can understand these things. Now delta W we have to integrate both side with the limit. So here 0 to W and R2 to R1, and if we put this limit, we got here W is equal to 2 pi C r1 minus r2. Okay, so because here 2 pi c is constant and delta r comes to r. Okay, r2 r1, so here r1 minus r2. So finally we found the equation for c, that is w upon 2 pi r1 minus r2, and we have to put this value into next over here. Okay, now we know that this is the same equation, torque transmit, okay, that we had already derived. Let me show you this equation. Okay, so we have derived this equation over here, Tr is equal to 2 pi mu p cosec alpha r square delta r, and this equation we have used over here and over here too. Okay, so Tr is equal to 2 pi mu p cosec alpha r square delta r, and instead of p we have to put here c upon r, and rr will be the cancel. So Tr is equal to 2 pi mu c cosec alpha into r into delta r. So let us integrate the both side. So here 0 to t and here r to r1. Okay, so here t is equal to 2 pi mu c cosec alpha is the constant, and r to r1 limit into r delta r. So this r comes to r square by 2 because of integration, and when we put the limit it is r1 square by r2 square upon 2. Okay, now 2 will be the cancel. So 2 pi pi mu c cosec alpha r1 square minus r2 square. Now put the value of c which we have derived over here. Okay, so c is equal to w upon 2 pi r1 minus r2. So here pi mu w upon 2 pi r1 minus r2 cosec alpha r1 square minus r2 square, but this r1 square minus r2 square comes to r1 plus r2, another bracket r1 minus r2. So r1 minus r2 will be the cancel, and finally we got the equation for torque transmit by using uniform wear theory, that is T is equal to 1 by 2 mu w r1 plus r2 cosec alpha. Okay, so we have derived two equations. One is by uniform pressure theory, okay, this one, and another one is by uniform wear theory, this one. Okay, so these two equations you have to remember, by uniform pressure theory and by uniform wear theory. The difference of plate clutch and con clutch is only here cosec alpha is not in a plate clutch, and in a con clutch, due to con shape, here we have to consider cosec alpha. Okay, in which alpha is the semicon angle. Okay, so this is a basic about the con clutch. Okay friends, if you like this video, then press on like button, then subscribe my channel for more and more videos, and please don't forget to share this video. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.